Good evening, people. Welcome to a match of Dota 2. We're gonna have a Star Ladder match. No. We're gonna have a GosuLeague match. Yeah, so used to saying Star Ladder, but we're gonna have a GosuLeague match, Season 4, and this is officially the first match of the entire Season 4. It is a Division 2 match. It is a match between WhA Asian and NRL. I'm sorry to say that I don't know what it stands for, but it is a GosuLeague match, and we're gonna see how these two teams are gonna do. We have WhA Asian, a team that you probably know already. They of course played in the Samsung European Encounter at Gamescom, and NRL. Personally, not familiar with those, but we are gonna be. We are gonna see first. We've seen some bands, and at least we've seen some bands that we are used to seeing. We have a Darkseer, a Rubik, a Chen, as well as a Naga Siren and a Lycanthrope. So no more wolves, no more sleeps, no more songs, and no vacuums and spell steals. We have got the Chen as well as the Enchantress now banned out, and the Nature's Prophet being the first one to pick up. That's been a while since we actually saw that happening. We have of course the Shrek and the Tidehunter still in the pool, as well as the Morphling here, first pickup for WhA Asian. And let's see what NRL wants to go for. They really are not wasting any time. They want to have the Invoker, and they now got it. Nature's Prophet, I mean, I want to go back to that one, because we have seen him lately mostly on the long lane, but he could still be going into that jungle. I'm curious to see if we're going to see an Enigma on either side, because that, of course, is the last one in the pool that is still a solid jungle hero. A Chaos Knight picked up here by NRL, not to have that on the opponent teams, like it works both ways right now, with denying that Chaos Knight Shrek combination, as well as just getting that solid mid-game hero for themselves. So let's see what WhA Asian actually wants to go for, because we still have a Templar Assassin in the pool, and again, Morphling Templar Assassin is just a good combination. And no, it is not the real HY. Sorry, people.
5 seconds remaining.
And I just realized that my delay is not good, but I can't change it right now.
Time.
Anyway, we are gonna see what the WhA Asian wants to pick up. It's still the Enigma, so there it is. So that is the last jungle hero still in the pool. And NRL, I mean, they really are not wasting any time. They ban out the Wisp instantly, not want to be facing that one, even though Chaos Knight Wisp has been a good combination. And they have the first pick, so they could have picked it up themselves, but rather not go for that. I mean, if we look at their lanes so far, we're missing a support for that Chaos Knight. Of course, we know for an Ancient Separation and a Luna pick could be complementing that, but we have Ancient Separation actually already being banned out right now, so that one is not going to happen. So maybe Lena is going to be, I mean Lena, not Luna by the way, but Lena might be picked up or banned out here by WhA Asian as well. Of course, just two combinations that are very, very strong with that Chaos Knight. Last ban coming out for NRL right now, as they are, well, they actually have all their time left in the bonus because they were very fast with their first couple of picks / bans. So let's see if they're actually, well, they're actually taking the time now. So it's gonna be a Shadow Demon. So maybe we're gonna see an Anti-Mage, because of course Anti-Mage is a nice carry hero, and with a counter to that is of course that Shadow Demon. So they could ban out that one in advance, and of course Morphling versus Anti-Mage is a fight, is a game that we have seen more often, and as long as WhA Asian does not ban out that Anti-Mage, we might see him make an appearance here. We'll see though. We'll see. Let's see what WhA Asian is going to ban out. Is it going to be the Lena or is it going to be the Anti-Mage? I mean, if they go for an Anti-Mage, we still have to have a different support. It is a Shadow Shaman that's actually going to get banned out here. Let's see what NRL wants to go for. Because I'm curious, if they go for an Anti-Mage, how are they going to have their lanes? I mean, Nature's Prophet probably in the jungle with the Invoker solo, Chaos Knight then also solo, and then a dual lane with an Anti-Mage. Of course, we've seen Anti-Mage solo laning as well, so in theory he could be doing that as well, but then, yeah, well, we'll see. I guess time will tell. Can't really guess too much, because of course it is also a team that we haven't seen before, so we don't really know what their playstyle is. It's kind of interesting though, seeing a new team play, knowing, well, not knowing what they might come up with. We see a Tidehunter pick up. I'm actually quite surprised that he made it through the pool so far, but it is a pickup for the Tide, so team fight secure for NRL. And I think that's going to be a support Tidehunter. A bit sad for myself, but we'll still have, a bit delayed maybe, we'll still have Ravages though. It's going to be Ravage versus Black Hole. Let's see which one is going to be having more impact in this game. Of course, I have to say, the heroes on NRL side, both Chaos Knight and Tidehunter, very tanky. Invoker might not be that tanky, but if he actually goes for that cross build, then he will be very tanky. Shall be very tanky. In the meantime, we as Asian, thinking about their next pick, I mean, I'm still kind of missing that hero that we normally see mid-game. That is, because they have their late game, they have their team fight, they have their support. Of course, we could see Leshrek solo mid, but I don't really think that's going to happen. I think that Leshrek will be a support here. But in that case, we still need our mid-game hero coming off. They go for Venomancer, however, so maybe they're still expecting a Templar Assassin, or maybe they are indeed going to have that Leshrek solo lane with a Morphling and a Venomancer, and a solo lane still left to come. Of course, there's still a lot of options for solo lane left. I mean, Windrunner, Bounty Hunter, Puck, Beastmaster, Queen of Pain, everything, you name it, it's still in. They didn't ban out any of those.
10 seconds remaining.
Last ban or last pick incoming from NRL. Wow, really messing up here.
5 seconds remaining.
I have a drink in the meantime, which is what you will hear.
Reserve time.
Lena.
Okay. So yeah, I mentioned her. There's still going to be a Lena with a Chaos Knight. Meaning we're going to have a Tidehunter solo lane, Invoker solo lane, Nature's Prophet, Jungle. Well, that is NRL figured out. Let's see what we as Asian is going to go for. There. Sorry. Taking their time. Still, I have to say, both of these teams, they still have so much time left into their bonus time. They really,
5 seconds remaining.
they're more. It feels like they're more playing their own game rather than countering out
Reserve time.
the game of the opponent. But we'll see. I mean, we as Asian now know that there is the very strong lane of a Chaos Knight Lena. And what will they do with that? I mean, what will they put against it? A Windrunner would be a good option to put against it. I mean, it's one of those heroes that just stays alive. Beastmaster could do the same thing, Bounty Hunter could do the same thing, although if Bounty Hunter gets caught out, then he is dead. Beastmaster might actually survive, because he is of course a pretty tanky hero. And that is all only if there's going to be a Leshrek solo and a Venomancer together with that Morphling and Enigma in the jungle, so it really depends on what we as Asian has in store for us. And now they're using their bonus time. Now they're using up every single moment of their bonus time. Of course, they could already know what hero they want to go for and just use the rest of the time to discuss what lanes they are expecting, what lanes they're going to run for themselves, and they pick up a Brewmaster. So I talked about a hero for mid-game, and Brewmaster definitely is one of those. And of course, it's also a very tanky hero that could survive the combination with Chaos Knight Lena if he is indeed against those heroes. But we'll see if he's actually going to be there. It is, like I said, a hero that as soon as he's level 6, he's going to have his Primal Split. He's going to be trying to run around the map and get kills with his ultimate. Well, not really run around the map. That's not really Brewmaster, but at least he's going to be okay. He's going to be having an impact on fights as well. So should be fine. Yeah, I like WhA Asian's lineup. I like it. At the same time, NRL, I mean, I like the Chaos Knight Lena lane. Personally, it offers for a lot of excitement normally. If they manage to get it out, if they manage to pull it off. I mean, it really depends on who they're up against. If they're up against a lane that's going to be really careful, then that's not really what they want to do. But we'll see. Again, in the bottom left corner. Bottom right corner. Oh well. So let's see who's playing what. So I'll introduce to you NRL. It is a, well, for me, new team. We have KS, who's going to be playing that Invoker. We have Metas, who's going to be playing the Tidehunter. We have Slander playing the Chaos Knight. Lena is going to be played by Arrow. And Arky playing the stand-in here is going to be on the Nature's Prophet. And everybody going towards the bottom lane. Not only NRL, but also WhA Asian. So that is where the party's at. For WhA Asian, we have Hip Hop Not Pop. He's going to be playing that Venomancer. Or HH, no problem. Haha, no problem. It's actually Hip Hop Not Pop, not Pop, but HHNP. It's going to be RMC, is going to be on the Leshrek. Crits is going to be playing the Brewmaster. He is playing a stand-in for WhA Asian. WhA Asian also is playing with the Critasia, obviously. He's going to be playing the Enigma, which is actually making me think that maybe Enigma is going to be on the long lane, because Critasia is just that long lane normally for WhA Asian. And maybe therefore he's going to be skipping the jungle and not have any hero in the jungle and have a tri-lane with the Leshrac, Venomancer, Morphling, or 2 dual lanes even with the Leshrac, Brewmaster, and Venomancer, Morphling. We'll see what they do though, we see what they do. Now in the meantime, I already went over these 3. We already saw Cradasia, well that will leave only 1. That will leave only the stand-in Ace playing the Morphling. He is already on his lane, he is already on the top lane, mid lane. Maybe going towards Cradasia here, so we have Leshrac, Venomancer roaming around. So this will be an interesting match. We'll see some action coming off from these two right here. Because in theory, Brewmaster can handle himself on the lane by himself. But yeah, it will be solo laning Morphling, solo laning Enigma, solo laning Brewmaster for now, while we wait for these two to make their move towards the middle lane. They have a smoke in their backs as well, but they're going to go for this Invoker, and Invoker actually went for Exort, so not going for that extra HP regeneration to begin with, not going for that quest just yet. And there's a Gale lurking around the corner. We're going to check to see if he's going to be able to get it off. Is he going to hit it? Yes, he is. That is that one. The Leshrac stun trying to follow it up. Hit. Has to move away from the tower. Right click's going through. And that is a first blood. Hip hop, mop pop, picking it up on the Venomancer. And that sets the tone of this game. It is we as Asian that is pulling ahead already. At the same time, we kind of have to look top as well, because that is where Tri-Lane is heading for NRL. They actually, neither of these teams are going to have a hero in the jungle. But again, like I said, Tri-Lane, it is a Tidehunter with a Lina and Chaos Knight there, and they're up versus solo Morphling. Of course, Morphling is one of those heroes that should be able to survive the initiation that's coming off from the Radiant side. At the same time, with the Gush being there as well, I'm not sure if he's actually going to be able to do it, but right now, he doesn't have to worry about that, because there is support. They've already seen the Leshrac. They have not seen the Venomancer just yet, though. In the meantime, Reality Rift up on the Leshrac. Gale going through as well, but Leshrac, he is toast. Chaos Knight picking up the kill, and that was just a very easy kill for them. In the meantime, I mean, the Gale hits in all 3, but they can't really go in on it in Morphling. I mean, that was just, it was just too fast for him to do anything, and that is a deadly combination coming off from NRL. It is, of course, like I said, Morphling would be able to survive, but both Venomancer and Leshrac, they are not going to be as lucky. The bottom lane in the meantime is gonna be Nature's Prophet. He is 6 for 3 right now, with of course the Brewmaster being by himself alone as well. 7 for 1, so fairly even for now. As in the meantime, I mean, we kind of expect Nature's Prophet to be slightly ahead here purely because of the range versus melee. But in theory, nobody should really die here. The death will happen on this top lane, and will happen where Leshrac and Venomancer start roaming, if they roam again. Same thing goes for the Chaos Knight and Lina if they roam and if they leave the Tidehunter here to farm, which is actually something that I would kind of like to see, purely because then Tidehunter gets some solid levels. Otherwise, on a Tri-Lane, the problem with Tri-Lanes is that these heroes are not going to get as much experience as they would have if it was dual lane. The logic, but yeah, it is just a hero that you want to have that experience on. So I wouldn't mind seeing Lina as well as the Chaos Knight roaming around trying to get that those kills up. Of course, Chaos Knight does need some levels as well as Lina. Lina even still level 1, even with that kill assist for her, and it's actually already level 2 upon both the supports here for the Morphling, and level 3 upon the Morphling himself, because of course he was versus the Tri-Lane by himself for a while, giving him that extra experience. So he is already pulling ahead. That will mean that overall, we'll see, actually that's not where I wanted to look, that's where I wanted to look. We'll see the experience graph pulling ahead for we as Asian. At the same time, I mean, 2.5 minutes in, only 500 experiences really doesn't say that much at the moment just yet. And like I said, this bottom lane is fairly even. I mean, even experience-wise, it's really no difference whatsoever. It's just the last hit's only one difference right there. In the mid lane, of course, we saw Enigma getting ahead in the mid lane by getting that kill up on the Invoker. And this Invoker that is 5 for 4 on last hits, with Cryodasia being 11 for 7 on his Enigma. And I have to say, it's been a while since we've seen Enigma in the mid lane. And actually, the last time I saw that was with MTW, that Cinnamon played that. And he's a pretty good mid laner by himself. I mean, he can keep the lane to his court by denying those creeps, by the demonic conversion. He can secure the last hits by using his Eidolons to get those last hits. At the same time, he's not really going to be able to kill off the Invoker by himself just yet. Although vice versa as well, though. Invoker is maybe not going to be able to kill off the Enigma just now. Not even with that Exort build to get those extra power up on his right click. He even already got his blades in attack, so doing okay on the right click damage. But Enigma, I mean, he should be just fine. Not expecting that much action in this middle lane as long as there's actually nobody coming from this top lane. Top lane is where the action should be happening. We're gonna see Shrek and Venomancer staying far back, most likely for a while, until they know that they can get a kill. But right now, I mean, imagine that WhA actually starts going in and starts going for the Lina. Obviously, that would be the easiest target to get down. There will be a Chaos Bolt, there will be a Gush, and right then, Lina will already be able to throw a Roan Stun, and that's already turning that fight around. So they can't really be as aggressive as you would expect here. Or as you would want to from Shrek and Venomancer. And actually, maybe even they would be better off continuing to roam, maybe, just because Morphling, like I said, he should be fine by himself. And whenever you have to ready again for a quit, so NRL also says go, and the pause is being unpaused. And you can go again. The Venomancer and Shrek trying to look for a kill still, or trying to look for a Gale, perhaps. There goes the Gale, find it on the Lina. Here comes the Gush, landing on the Shrek. Here comes the kills, or no Chaos Bolt. Edict scares them off, actually. No kills just yet. And it's Lina that still gets a stun, and that is a kill. Morphling picking it off. And I do think NRL could have been more aggressive here and maybe be able to pick up the Shrek. I mean, on the Sables, they just win on this lane. Even with that Lina slow, she could turn around and throw down a stun, because she still had her mana. But it's gonna be another kill for WhA, and this time it actually got picked up by the Morphling. So if it's one person that you don't want to have that farm up, it is the Morphling. At least not if you're NRL side. As Morphling is, of course, that hero that you want to shut down. That's why you have a aggressive tri-lane against that Morphling. He only has 9 last hits, so really not that much. But with that kill, he's just he has a good start. And especially with those levels as well. I mean, is he the same level? Yeah, same level as Chaos Knight, but still almost level 4. Actually, level 4. So still about a bit more than half a level ahead. We're gonna see if NRL can be a bit more aggressive as well, though. I mean, they definitely have the heroes to do so. They just need to find the opening. And they had an opening earlier on, I think, but they didn't go for it and lost the hero instead. Harassment on the Chaos Knight. Difference between range and melee, and there they go. It's actually Tidehunter and Lina that's gonna take a walk. And maybe try to gank out something on the middle lane. They'll have to. Oh, they're gonna find the Shrek. Hello, Shrek. There goes the stun. Doesn't hit. Gush still hits. So Sunstrike is not gonna hit. Shrek stun hits stun too. Edict going off. He wants to take someone with him. There comes the comes the Nature's Prophet in as well, though, and it is the Tidehunter that picks up the kill. Lina will be fine. Pops herself. Nature's Prophet actually TP'd in there, very low on life. But is gonna be able to get out of that one. And meantime, Morphling, I mean, it is Chaos Knight that got left alone, and they profited from that Gale hit, Weeform hit, and that is a kill on the Chaos Knight on this top lane. And only now will the support come back towards the top lane and give Tidehunter some levels, which is now by himself. Chaos Knight TPing back in, maybe gonna try to go for something instantly. Yes, there's a Reality Rift, there's a 3-second stun, as well as a Gush, Anchor Smash, Morphing and Strength from Ace, will be in time. Weeform out of there. Well, Hip Hop Not Prof trying to do what he can to stop everything from going, and they actually back off again as well. Even though he did not really have any mana to do anything else but that Gale. But he could do much else apart from throwing down some wards. But NRL just showing that they can still be aggressive, that they won't be put down that easily. And Ace being forced to use his regens, and now is out of regens, apart from having a magic wand. He does have gold to buy a boots if he wants to have those. He's got his Aquila ready. So far, I mean, he's doing okay. He's got 2 kills. The last hits are not really impressive, 17, but it's still on the top 3. Meantime, the Shrek stun hits up on that Chaos Knight. 2 seconds stun hitting on Morphling though, but it's Slander that probably should be thinking about backing off. No man on the Morphling, and he's lucky about that. No Weeform. Reality Rip will help Slander try to get away from this one. Will be in time though. Lina stun hitting on the Shrek in the meantime, on the Shrek picking up as well the Chaos Knight as the Lina, because that happened on the backside. The Shrek still getting picked up by the tower, but 2 for 1, definitely not a good trade. And again, Morphling getting an assist for that one, and of course the experience going for that as well. This top lane, even though the aggression that can come up from NRL, top lane definitely won by WhA. And I'm just going to check out the other lanes for a second, because we have left those alone for a while the action was going on that top lane. We have KS, he is 19 for 8 right now. On last hits, and of course he's versus Enigma that now has got his mana boost, I would think, or mana, if he wants those. Nope, actually backs off without buying anything, even though he stood ready to buy something at the secret shop, but oh well. Yeah, he is actually 34 for 21, so definitely doing the best of everybody in the game. He is last hitting amazingly. Of course, we don't really know where his eyeballs are and if they're actually trying to do something in the jungle, but I think it's all on the lane. Gonna check it out best with this net worth graph right here, with Enigma being indeed top of the charts together with the Morphling, of course. I mean, his last hits might not be there, but his last hits on heroes definitely are. I mean, he's been part of 3 out of the 5 kills so far. And even got experience of 4 out of the 5 kills at that. In the meantime, dive on this middle lane. Invoker gets put into the side of Black Hole, goes invisible though, is going to be able to back out with WhA and Leshrac as well as the Enigma backing out once more. Native Prophet was able to TP in, but couldn't really do anything apart from just scaring people off, and Invoker will be fine with running away, so no kill in the middle lane, even with the Black Hole use. And that will mean that the bottom lane is being left alone, because now Crit is just as free farm on this bottom lane. Nature's Prophet TPing to the mid lane, and he's actually sticking around there until, of course, the Invoker comes back, because you can't really pass out in that free experience and gold that you can get in that middle lane. And, yeah, Brewmaster, I mean, he's 39 for 18. He is doing good. I mean, he's not as high on the net worth as his team members, or actually, having said that, he probably has this in a donkey for him, so it's kind of not inflated enough. Morphling, only 1 second stun. Leshrac stun hits on the Chaos Knight. Weave from through, and it's going to be Slander that is going to get picked off here by the Morphling. Morphling having to back out here. Sunstrike will hit. He should be morphing in strength. He is morphing in strength. Venomous ulti going off. Tidehunter trying to do what he can. Still lands a Gush, but it's a Weave form that ends the life of the Nature's Prophet. Morphling not done just yet, and right now Tidehunter on the run. Can't do anything. Gets blocked by the ward from the Venomous, and the Tidehunter dies. Triple kill for Ace, triple kill for the Morphling, and really, the Morphling, the hero that we see normally late game when he's only farmed up then, he is already farmed up now. I mean, he's 5 for 0, he's got 1k gold, it's only 8 minutes in, and it is gonna be going out of control, I think. We're gonna see, though, how Chaos Knight can handle that, because it is Chaos Knight that should be the counterpart of the Morphling on the other side. It should be him that is supposed to be farming up against that Morphling. And he actually moved towards the bottom lane to rotate to try to get some extra farm there to see if he can get more lucky here. But he's gonna be versus Crit. Crit apparently doesn't care that there's a horse running around next to him. Lands a Clef, gets a 4-second stun though, and the tower now hitting on him as well. Here comes the Tide, he's going to be able to land a Gush, but it is the Brewmaster that is level 8, he will be able to use his split, and there he goes. Might actually be able to turn this around, because Tidehunter is only level 4, stun hits, 1 second stun upon the Fire Panda, which is of course a Panda that's doing most damage right there. And another stun landing on the Tidehunter, Fire Panda going off, Anchor Smash, it is going to be the Panda that's going to be turning into himself right now. There he is, and he is surrounded by enemies right now, gets put into his Sprout, stun from Lina doesn't hit, Gush still hits though, he's going to try to TP out, Sunstrike is not going to hit, but the Lina Dragon Slave is, and that is 4 heroes from NRL in this bottom lane, just for 1 Brewmaster, for 1 Panda. Cryodacia actually made an appearance on the bottom lane, but decided not to go in there. I mean, way outnumbered. In the meantime, though, they're making good use of that opportunity to push down the top tier 1 tower, and the tower will drop fairly fast. Last hit going towards the Dire, so gold getting split for that one. But they take down actually 2 towers, because we didn't see the tier 1 tower going down either, and that is all for the price of 1 Brewmaster. 2 towers for 1 Brewmaster. Not really worth it, I would say. But again, a kill is a kill, so maybe they figured it was worth it. It was, however, Lina that picked up the kill, though, so the extra gold going towards her, and it looks like that was actually kind of needed, because she's kind of poor, she still doesn't have boots. She got killed off 3 times so far, has got sentry wards in her bags. In the meantime, mid lane looks like WhA is rotated there, is ready to start pushing some more, ready to force out a teamfight, because they do have a black hole ready. So it's like, either you want to teamfight us, or we're going to take your tower, and right now, Tidehunter, like I said, he doesn't have those levels just yet, he is level 4, no Ravage, they cannot take that fight. So they will have their towers taken down, and that is a massive gold difference that we'll see soon. As soon as they stop pushing, I will show the gold graph, but for now, I mean, they're still pushing. Malphite being landed up on KS. Just harassment for now, though, at least that's what I thought. Yeah, we formed just to clear out the creep wave. Is the push gonna continue? Here comes the Leshrac Edict already on, and that will mean a tower, tier 2. That is 4 towers in the span of like 2 to 3 minutes. That is a lot of gold going towards WhA. And that means also, I mean, the main difference for those towers is for the supports. They now get gold, while the supports of the Radiant team are not getting gold. And that is gonna be painful for them.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And we'll see that later on. The push is just going to continue, actually. I mean, tier 1 tower on bottom lane. We as Asian, they say, like, you know what, we've had enough. We are at the advantage right now. We have the late game if we want to, but apparently we have the early game as well, so why not go for it right now? And they do exactly that. So there's gold graph. And that is indeed 10k gold in favor of WhA Asian, and it's still dropping. I mean, it's still not updated with the last tower, perhaps, and there's gonna be another tower going down fairly soon. And again, Thailand, I mean, he's trying to farm. He's in the jungle right now. He needs the level 6, but he's just not there yet. He is just not there yet, and they cannot do anything against this. Sunstrike will hit on Leshrac, but you know, it's just harassment for now. Nature's Prophet Ultimate might actually do something here. He actually used the smoke to get away from that one. But yeah, it is just 6 towers down in the span of 5 minutes. And that is massive gold going to WhA Asian. 12k gold in favor right now. We're gonna see what they're gonna do next though, because of course it's a lot more difficult to push into tier 3 towers than it is to tier 1s and tier 2s. And like as far as pushing goes, they have of course got the Outlaws as well as the Venomance wards, but they're gonna have to put themselves in slight danger with that. And with the Tidehunter almost level 6, that will put him in a better position for the Ravage soon. I mean, really soon. And well, actually, WhA Asian, the logical follow-up from taking down all the towers. I mean, they can't take down any more towers right now. Tier 3s are a bit early for that, but they still want to continue to increase their advantage. So they take down Roshan, and will pick up the Aegis, and I mean, they're not going to get contested for it. And Morphling picking up the Aegis, obviously, with a double damage rune to help out. He's got 3,200 gold up on himself right now, so I'm curious to see what he's going to go for, because obviously, if there is a fight like this where he is that far ahead, I mean, it's not going to be a very standard build. Maybe he just wants to go for an Ethereal Blade still, because it's still going to be the Lina as well as the Nature's Prophet that are going to be able to get picked up fairly early. But Invoker as well as Tide and Chaos Knight won't be that easy, and he might want something different there to deal with them instead. Well, we'll see though. Counter ward going on. They really want to shut down NRL. They want to shut them down, want to make sure that they cannot leave their base, they cannot feel safe outside their base, and are not going to continue farming. While WhA Asian, they are continuing farming. I mean, they're farming all 3 lanes right now, and they're coming closer towards the base as well. We have a 2 seconds on up on the Shrek, immediately pops his Edict. Collect from the Brewmaster. Brewmaster who does have a Blink Dagger as well, just showing off that he had that one. Nature's Prophet Ultimate going through, Gush landing on the Leshrac. Leshrac really has to be careful here. He's going to be the first target. Lina actually trying to do something. Lina also not level 6 yet. Tidehunter now level 6 though. Chaos Knight. Well, 3 seconds still landing on the Morphling, but they can't really go in on that. Gush still lands as well as Dragon Slave, but it's just harassment, and it is an Eagle Song picked up by the Morphling. So it will be an Ethereal Blade for Ace right now, and it looks like we might have no split push just yet. I mean, really, they aren't really forcing the issue. They're waiting for NRL to do something, to maybe come out of the base, to maybe make a bad decision. But WhA Asian, they are not in any rush. I mean, they have got the entire map under control. The map is really theirs. They don't have to worry about a thing. So. In the meantime, they're leaving NRL with the scraps that they are getting when the lane pushes out towards the tower, and of course they need to take everything that they can. Chaos Knight in the meantime, I mean, he's died 3 times, so no, that was nothing, never mind. He's got his power threads as well as the drums. He is still a pretty powerful horse. I mean, he's level 8 right now, still can't crit just yet. He needs 2 levels to also have crit and Phantasm, which will of course make him a lot more powerful, but he just doesn't have it yet, and that's the downside of having a trialing. You just don't level that fast. And of course Morphling, I mean, on top of getting all those skills, he was alone for the start of the match, so got that extra levels, got that extra experience, so he is definitely way ahead right now. He is level 11, and I'm just going to put up this one for a second, where we see indeed that the highest level up on the Radiant side is actually level 11 also, upon these Invoke, who's got a hand of Midas as well as Face Boots. But the Chaos Knight, the hero that's supposed to be bringing it for NRL, is just not having it right now. And of course, I mean, having said that, I mean, Invoker, Hand of Midas, it is of course a nice item to have, but at the same time, you gotta have the freedom to actually try to get some neutrals right there, or maybe try to get some creeps as well. But right now, I mean, it is a bit of a late game item, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be all that late game. Brewmaster, 3 seconds on, Meteor falling as well, stun fall up, and he is actually dead before it can split. Nice pickup for NRL, and this will mean that WhA is gonna be backing off, or at least this one is. RMC does not want to be here anymore, and he's gonna hide himself inside the jungle. Slander, is he gonna find him? No. Nice juke. Nice juke. In the meantime, though, Morphling has caught wind of that, and his Ethereal Blade is actually on the way. There it is. Let's go Scepter to finish his Ethereal Blade, that is. Malefice going up on Slander. Leshrac stun not hitting anymore. There comes the Tide. He still has a Ravage, and he still wants to use it. 4 seconds stun landing up on the Enigma. But they cannot go in on that because they see the Morphling, and they see that he's looking just for a target. And we're going to follow him and see which target he's going to go for. I hope for him that's going to be Lina. It's going to be his goal, obviously. And that should be a one-shot. Level 6 versus level 11. Yeah, kind of should be a one-shot. Meantime, starting to push in on the tower. Tier 3 tower. There we go. The Crit just feeling like he can stand here without that much issue. I mean, he still has his ultimate as well, so he shouldn't be that worried. Tower, I mean, Fortification gets forced out there, but he's already below half health. There's the Ravage. Hits on 2 only, though. Gil going through. Manos. They cannot go in on this Ravage either. That was a bit of a misplaced Ravage. And now, we as Asian, they know that there's no Ravage anymore, though, so they will feel more secure going in. Of course, there's still 4 second stuns lurking around the corner. There we go, hitting up on the Leshrac. Tower hitting up on Leshrac as well, actually. Yeah, definitely Blast is not going to hit. Leshrac is going to be outsaved. Tier 3 tower drops. We have Manos. There was the Ethereal Blade, and it's Ace that picks it up. And will they be backing off, or will they just be going for these barracks after clearing out the creep wave? I think barracks would be the wisest choice, because really, nothing can really stop them. Again, Malefice, Chaos Knight, Meteor falling from the sky as well. We have Leshrac dropping, as well as the Lina and the Chaos Knight, though. That is not really worth the trade. Nature's Prophet is going to TP back to his own base, but Adaptive Strike will slow it down. In the meantime, these barracks, there is no saving them. There is just no saving them, and the barracks dropped. Invoker drops, Ethereal Blade doing the works, and it will be one set of barracks down on the side of NRL, and they still cannot do anything against this. It is still WhA that is so much in favor for this game right now. 1500 gold, even over that right now, in favor for them. Experience is going to be towards 7,500, and it is looking good for them. And they're actually just going to pick up the creep wave probably on the bottom lane. Meantime, pushing the lane out on the top lane as well. Of course, Leshrac was the one that died, TP to the top tower. And that was Morphling, actually. Wow, he morphed into his illusion, picked up the Lina, saw his chance with the Ethereal Blade. Might pay for it, though. Morphing into strength, 4 seconds stun. And he is popping his Aegis, so he's not dead just yet. And he should be able to back out again, but the Aegis is gone. And he will be able to back out, but that was his replica, by the way, which is why I didn't follow that kill. In the meantime, I mean, his Aegis is gone, but still 4 minutes until there's another Roshan. Maybe we'll see them waiting for it, but I have the feeling that they don't really need to wait for it. Bottom lane and top lane getting pressured out as we speak. As I speak, because you're quiet, obviously. Oh, sorry. Yeah, blame you more. We've got a better man, so he picked up a Gem of True Sight. I mean, it's mostly just a counter word, just to entirely deny the vision that NRL has up on the entire map. And he's gonna go for a Hood as well. Brewmaster in the meantime has got 1500 gold. Nice to pick up a Vladimir. So I mean, I can go over these items, but they're just getting so much gold that these items are just, I mean, yeah, they help, but it's the levels that help as well. So it's just the difference between these two teams right now is just very big. I'm just gonna put up net worth again. Leshrac is actually the lowest farmed hero on the map for by Invoker, by hello Ethereal Blade. But yeah, Leshrac is the lowest lowest farmed hero, sorry, on the map for WhA right now. And that was a quick kill from Ace, and he's looking 15 seconds before he can go on Lina again. 15 seconds he has to wait before he will go in again. In the meantime, he's got a split push because the bottom lane is going to be the rest of his team. And they're going to push down this tower while Ace is going to push down the top lane as fast as he can. There's no fortification up for this tower. There goes the stun. 4 seconds up on the Brewmaster. He still has a split though. Lena's stun hitting on 2. There goes the last hits on the tower, and it's gonna be these barracks that will go down. It's actually a refresher that's being built right here by the Enigma. So they want, even though we haven't really seen that many black holes, he still wants to do them. Barracks drop here. He has got boosted travel as well, as you can see. The Shrek stun hits on the tide. 2 seconds stun up on the Brewmaster, but again they just can't go in it. And in the meantime, their top tower is getting harassed. Dust being popped already, but there's more heroes around here. So that is the Tide Hunter already gone. That is the Nature Prophet already gone. 2 down, 3 to go. The Shrek hits on 2. That is a black hole. Catches all 3. 1 is already dead. Buyback from the Invoker in the meantime. Buyback from the Nature's Prophet. Deafening Blast going through. Lena buying back after getting dropped, and all the buybacks coming out, and even, wow, that is the Laguna Blade killing off the Morphling, and it is the Enigma that actually brought back as well. Malefice going off on the Nature's Prophet. Leshrak's not hitting on 2, and of course with those boosted travel, Enigma already back. Sunstrike's gonna hit Steel, but it's not gonna kill off Leshrak. Steel gets a gush, and a 3-second stun. Mechanism gets popped as well as Ravaged. There goes the Leshrak Steel. But in the meantime, I mean, the barracks on the bottom lanes are gone. Morphling, the fact that he is here means that the top lane is already pushed in as well. Chaos Knight drops, and there is, I think, very little hope that the Radiant side are gonna be able to pick off. Well, I was gonna say to pick up this game still. Keep in mind though, this is a GosuLeague match, which means there's gonna be 2 matches between these 2 teams. So NRL still has 1 chance to get the score even, because as league games go, you get 1 point for each win. And for now, we as Asian has 1 point, obviously, and we're gonna see if it's gonna be 1-1 or a 2-0. As we wait for all the disconnects to go off, and before we are gonna jump ourselves into the next game, I am Sheever. I'm a Gosu Gamers caster. This is a match for GosuLeague. For more information about GosuLeague, you can check out gosugamers.net/Dota2, and to support me, you can subscribe to my YouTube. YouTube.com/SheeverGaming. Please do that as well. And we want to see some more Dota 2 action. Stay tuned for game number 2. They're gonna come right up, I hope. So the throne should like explode like right now.
Radiant's Ancient is under attack.
Now. No.
Victory.
Oh well. Anyway. There is the throne exploding. And here's the end screen. And yeah, stay tuned for more Dota 2 action coming your way. Don't go anywhere.